We're on the inaugural episode of NXT. The World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho taking on the Miz's rookie, Daniel Bryan.
I've been looking forward to this main event. WrestleMania is on the horizon, but tonight is a WrestleMania of sorts for all the NXT rookies.
Well, Daniel Bryan was excited earlier in the night to be out on the biggest stage of his life, but that was before he knew he was going to face the World Heavyweight Champion. He's going to have to learn to take Miz's advice if he wants to survive here.
Chris Jericho's on the attack now.
Nicely done. Here we go, back inside the ring. I don't want to know what that feels like. Man, Chris Jericho, what offense. I've got to say, I'm surprised to see Bryan actually testing the champion here a bit. It must be the inspiration from The Miz that's propelling this offense. You know, Daniel Bryan comes out here and says he's been wrestling all over the world. But honestly, who cares? I've never heard of him until he showed up at NXT.
Well, the things you've never heard of could fill the entire internet, Cole. All the WWE pros have heard of Daniel Bryan. This guy's been competing on the independent scene for 10 years. Daniel Bryan's ready to go in a lot of people's opinion. Cole, I mentioned how Daniel Bryan's gained some traction on the independents, but I think you're still dumbfounded. Find a computer, man. Invest in some research. Be a broadcast journalist like myself.
So wait a minute, Corey. Just because this guy's wrestled in a high school gym in front of what, 50 people, I'm supposed to be impressed? You're sounding like the rest of these internet guys, posting and blogging, believing in what you read on the dirt sheets.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Submission time. Look at this. He let it go.
Curious decision there, Michael.
I have to admit the NXT rookies have been fairly feisty tonight with their WWE pros, to say the least. But there's been no bigger offender than Daniel Bryan.
A bit of ungratefulness shown on the part of Daniel Bryan. To say he wasn't pleased to have The Miz as his WWE pro was...
He's got the shoulders down. That wasn't even close to 3.
Gonna take more than that. Returning to Daniel Bryan not wanting The Miz as his pro, I do see Bryan's point. Daniel has a career performing in the ring that is twice as long as The Miz.
But he hasn't been in the WWE, Byron. The Miz is well within his right as a pro, as a mentor. There's no way that Jericho's going to lose to this guy.
Yeah, but the way this match is going, it's a real possibility.
Jericho, though, needs a breather, and he rolls out of the ring to try to do that.
Wise maneuver from a wily veteran.
I'm not sure if Jericho's going to get much rest time.
What's this guy doing? Daniel Bryan with a suicide dive right off the announce desk.
Looks like Bryan might have bounced off the announce desk himself.
I don't think Miz liked the fact that Bryan threw his body in harm's way, and I can't say I blame him. What's this guy thinking? You know, Byron, I have to wonder if Daniel Bryan is still thinking about earlier tonight when his pro mentor, Miz, slapped him across the face.
Well, any man that gets slapped has got to carry that embarrassment for some time, especially with it coming on your first day on the job.
Is that something Yoshi Tatsu taught you, Byron? Miz did say he was going to slap some personality into his rookie.
This is a tough spot to find yourself in, that's for sure.
But if anybody could break free from this, it's this superstar right here.
Getting his attention with a vicious strike. was some reversal by Daniel Bryan. Back in from the floor. Oh, and a terrific reversal by Chris Jericho. Lands a quick punch. Daniel Bryan with a good offensive show. When this guy's on, look out. Daniel Bryan looking to attack from high. Look out. Oh, an elbow drop.
Oh, it's a piercing elbow.
Guys, you're getting ahead of yourself. Look out. Be some sort of miracle.
Boy.
See, I told you.
Oh, boy.
This one's over now. Roll him into the walls of Jericho. Tap him out, Chris.
Bryan's trying to fight it.
Rolls through. What a counter by the technician, Daniel Bryan.
Oh, my God.
Heel hook is in.
Jericho's in trouble.
Jericho tried it. Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap?
He may have no choice.
He made it to the bottom rope.
You've got to be impressed, Michael, from what we're seeing from Daniel Bryan.
Did he win yet, Byron?
Daniel Bryan thinks he...
Oh, breaker!
You can't allow a veteran like Jericho any time to recover.
You're right, Corey. That was a rookie move. And now he's going to pay for it, Byron.
That very well may be the case, Michael.
This loser's going to lose again. Lion Tamer.
Can Bryan hold on?
Tap out, nerd.
You got your wish, Cole. Daniel Bryan fought valiantly, but just couldn't hang with the champ.
Yeah, this time, experience was just too much for Daniel Bryan.
And listen, Miz has got to be so disappointed, and I don't blame him. Luck of the draw, Miz got this loser to be his protege, and now Miz a little bit of tough love here.
Whoa, tough love? Give me a break.
Tough love.
This is ridiculous.
Miz is obviously frustrated with his star pupil.
Oh, yeah, so you're frustrated, so that's okay. Now you can beat him up?
Yeah, start winning some matches, then you won't get beat up anymore.
Ridiculous.
What disrespect me? Huh? I'm a champion.
Miz has lost his mind.
Lying on his back, looking at the lights again. targeting the chest area. Look at The Miz. He's worked hard, he's charismatic, he's smart. He's Mr. Money in the Bank, and he's the United States champion.
Well, Michael, he may not be one of those things if he lands in Daniel Bryan's label lock.
Bryan faced Miz in a submission match on Raw, and he made Miz tap faster than a heavy metal drummer. If that happens tonight, we'll have a new United States champion.
Miz was saving himself. Up and over.
Great offense by The Miz.
Nice job by The Miz.
Got the leg. Work is being put in by Daniel Bryan.
Hooked up.
Back suplex. Just rake in the face.
I don't know why anyone's surprised that The Miz and Daniel Bryan's relationship has come to this. The Miz can never keep an ally on his side.
Ain't that the truth? Every person the Awesome One has won the tag titles with has ended up hating The Miz. Remember the night after Extreme Rules when the Big Show's KO punch ended Show Miz?
Now we have Daniel Bryan on the attack.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks.
The two of you brought up Miz's former partnerships, and can I just point out the common element between Bryan and The Miz's old tag partners? Just like Bryan, they were all jealous of The Miz.
Going to the top, high risk.
Daniel Bryan may only be 8 months into his WWE career, but this is a decade-long journey for Bryan that could lead to his first taste of WWE gold here at Night of Champions.
It was March of...
We've got to cover.
And Bryan gets the shoulder up. Remarkable.
What an amazing stretch.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
And The Miz, the quick cover. And a kick out, much to nobody's surprise.
Well, unfortunately, yes movements don't die that easily.
Bryan is not playing right now.
This guy can go toe-to-toe with anybody. The champ to the top turnbuckle.
I just cannot believe the disrespect The Miz had to endure at the hands of Daniel Bryan. All he wanted to do on NXT was help Bryan, and that vegan nerd never listened.
Whoa, disrespect? Disrespect? That The Miz slapped Daniel Bryan in the face on the very first episode of NXT. If I were ever to be on NXT, I'd never take that kind of abuse from my bro.
You on NXT?
You guys brought up Miz and Bryan's relationship on NXT. Obviously, Bryan can't learn any new moves from The Miz, but ironically, Bryan's hatred of The Miz did awaken the personality Miz said Bryan lacked.
He forces his way free.
Man, he just has so much resolve.
Oh, I think this man means business.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
The Miz is looking to end this.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
You have to like his chances here. I believe Daniel Bryan has a strong chance of winning tonight.
Penny predicament.
He's a long way from the 3 count, I can tell you that.
Gonna take more than that.
With the championship at stake, you know these superstars are going to give everything they can to win here tonight. You know what? I take back what I said about Daniel Bryan potentially winning NXT. Bryan never could have won NXT. He started with a 10-match losing streak. He probably only quit because he would have been eliminated soon anyway. And he got a near fall out of it.
Wow, I thought this was over.
He's throwing the rule book out the window.
And The Miz, the quick cover. Every title's on the line here tonight at Night of Champions. The Miz is no stranger to championships. At one point, he held the U.S. title and the Tag Team Championship simultaneously. And that briefcase is a near-guaranteed WWE Championship win.
Okay, Michael, I know where you're going to go with this. I know what you're trying to lead to. Yes, Daniel Bryan hasn't won a title here yet, but
the champion into the cover. A kick out, and you can see the frustration starting to build.
Look at the look on his opponent's face, Cole. He can't believe it. The two of you discussed Miz's longer title reign resume than Daniel Bryan, but I have to point out that Daniel Bryan just did something Miz hasn't done yet. He main evented SummerSlam.
I mean, come on, Daniel Bryan stole that spot at SummerSlam after John Cena begged The Miz to join his team. Also, when The Miz wins here and then cashes in later tonight, he'll have plenty of main events in his future. He delivers a flawless Hurricane Rana. He's going for the pin. This could be it.
And Miz kicks out.
Too soon.
Oh, shoulder breaker. Oh, I think this man means business. The Miz with the offense.
great effort, but he better.
Incredible move by The Miz.
Daniel Bryan getting absolutely punished right now.
He's inflicting some serious pain here.
Daniel Bryan getting absolutely punished right now. Daniel Bryan took the Miz's spot at SummerSlam last month, and if he keeps this up, he'll take the U.S. title too.
Byron, the Miz is the future of the WWE. He has to win tonight.
And it's Bryan showing some agility.
And look, it hung up on the second.
He's pinpointing the neck here. Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Neck breaker. Now that's how you successfully defend your title.
The champion into the cover. A kick out, and he almost had him.
Only thing I can say is yes, yes. Somehow Daniel Bryan is staying in it.
The Miz is looking to end this. Skull-crushing finale.
Just when you thought he had nothing left.
There's the cover. Can he do it? He's got to be running on empty at this point.
Well, Daniel Bryan may be in bad shape, but he's not done yet.
When this guy's on, look out. Eludes that one.
The damage has been done. He's displaying classic offense here.
Oh, what incredible power. Wow, what a vertical suplex. Great offense by The Miz. He's going for the pin.
too close for comfort.
Just when you thought it was over. Wow. What happens if The Miz comes up short here tonight against Daniel Bryan?
Well, it hasn't happened yet, has it, Byron?
Could be on the verge of occurring. Daniel Bryan from the top rope. Miz is in trouble.
Yeah, but look at The Miz fight back. What a warrior.
Great wherewithal from The Miz. Daniel Bryan hung out to dry.
No!
Just like that, The Miz has turned the tides in this matchup.
This is what I'm talking about. Will this be enough?
That's not going to do it.
Look at that. Daniel Bryan somehow kicks out to continue on. The Miz showing how A-listers do things out there.
Wow, that was some reversal by Daniel Bryan. Big opening for Daniel.
LaBelle lock. The LaBelle lock is in.
That should do it. The Miz's chances just went from bad to worse.
No, it's not over yet.
Wow. Part of me thought he was going to tap, Cole.
Daniel Bryan using his speed right there. Daniel.
LaBelle lock. The LaBelle lock is in.
That's what he was looking for, Michael.
Hits him with the uppercut. Oh, elbow. Whoa, down he goes.
That was impressive, Cole.
Daniel Bryan with a great offensive show.
Bryan is not playing right now.
Perhaps he's thinking the ring can't contain what he has in mind here. And he's heading back in.
And there's a stiff uppercut. Daniel Bryan, this is going to be big. Perfectly executed.
If that doesn't end it, I don't know what will.
Oh, there's the old.
Great effort, but he'd better save something for later in the match.
Listen to the WWE Universe come alive for Daniel Bryan. If this ref can't do his job, let's get...
He did it! Daniel Bryan is U.S.
The entirety of Daniel Bryan's career in WWE, he's had a rival in the form of The Miz, and it's plain to see why, since the polar opposite stars have been forced to interact at so many points.
Michael, those two did not get along when The Miz was a Signed to be Daniel Bryan's mentor. Bryan had much better wrestling skills, but The Miz argued that Bryan lacked charisma.
Daniel Bryan really got The Miz's bad side when he took the A-lister SummerSlam spot, and then The Miz's United States title 1 month later.
Well, the rivalry exploded a half-decade later when The Miz ranted against SmackDown Live General Manager Daniel Bryan on Talking Smack. After Bryan returned to competition, he pulled strings to get The Miz back on SmackDown, so this rivalry is back in a big way.
I don't know how much more the shoulder can take. Between his championship, his briefcase, and his media obligations, Miz is slipping just a little here. He'll bounce back. Going all the way up. And the dive connects.
Even though Daniel Bryan did not have the best track record as an NXT rookie, I think a win tonight would make Daniel Bryan worthy of being a WWE NXT Pro. Don't you think?
If Daniel Bryan ever becomes an NXT Pro, then there's a 1% chance I'll continue doing that show. What kind of weirdo would ever take advice from Daniel Bryan? That would be like a young announcer learning from you, Byron. I just cannot believe the disrespect The Miz had to endure at the hands of Daniel Bryan. All he wanted to do on NXT was help Bryan, and that vegan nerd never listened.
Whoa, disrespect? Disrespect? The Miz slapped Daniel Bryan in the face on the very first episode of NXT. If I were ever to be on NXT, I'd never take that kind of abuse from my bro.
You on NXT? He's got him covered.
You guys brought up Miz and Bryan's relationship on NXT. Obviously, Bryan can't learn any new moves from The Miz, but ironically, Bryan's hatred of The Miz did awaken the personality Miz said Bryan lacked.
The Miz with the offense. He's too quick for him there. He's flagrantly breaking the rules. This could cause irreparable damage. Come on, ref.
I don't know why anyone's surprised that The Miz and Daniel Bryan's relationship is...
And The Miz, the quick cover. Yes! The Miz wins! The Miz wins! No doubt that was a match people will be telling their kids about for years to come. Here's another look.
Here is your winner, and still the United States Champion, The Miz.
He's going for it all. The Miz and Daniel Bryan have been polar opposites throughout their careers, making for a fierce rivalry. But the weird part is that the indie darling Daniel Bryan began in WWE as a protege of reality star The Miz on NXT.
Miz and Daniel Bryan were teammates in name only. You know, some NXT pairings, like myself and Dolph Ziggler, had excellent pro-rookie relationships. Miz and Bryan, however, hated each other from the very start.
You two brought up that acrimonious relationship between The Miz and Daniel Bryan. Miz abused Bryan, and Bryan fought back, taking Miz's spot in the SummerSlam main event, and then his United States Championship just a month later.
After laying dormant for a few years, The Miz and Daniel Bryan's hatred resurfaced in the infamous Talking Smack segment. After Daniel Bryan returned to action and pulled strings to get The Miz moved to SmackDown Live, you know, this rivalry is far from over, even after 8 years.
A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle. Oh, I think this man means business.
Scoop slam.
Oh, look at this, raining down sharp elbows.
Up the turnbuckle goes Daniel Bryan. I can't believe that Daniel Bryan even has a championship match here tonight. He basically quit NXT, becoming the first person eliminated. He is nothing more than a loser, like you, Saxton.
Oh, I agree with the end there, Cole, but the elimination may have been a blessing in disguise. While the rest of the NXT performers formed the nexus, Daniel Bryan stood against their injustices in the main event of SummerSlam.
We discussed Daniel Bryan's last place finish on NXT back when he was on that show. Boy, am I glad he didn't win. Can you imagine this nerd in the main event WWE Championship match tonight?
Wow, he got out of it. Yeah, I'm not so sure he had it fully locked in. And it's Bryan showing some agility.
Boom! The drop kick!
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
Every title's on the line here tonight at Night of Champions. The Miz is no stranger to championships. At one point, he held the U.S. title and the Tag Team Championship simultaneously. And that briefcase is a near guaranteed WWE Championship win.
Okay, Michael, I know where you're going to go with this. I know what you're...
And he escapes the submission.
And good thing. That could have been disastrous.
He's making a statement here with this attack.
The two of you discussed Miz's longer title reign resume than Daniel Bryan, but I have to point out that Daniel Bryan just did something Miz hasn't done yet. He main evented SummerSlam.
I mean, come on, Daniel Bryan stole that spot at SummerSlam after John Cena begged The Miz to join his team. Also, when The Miz wins here and then cashes in later tonight, he'll have plenty of main events in his future.
Daniel Bryan offering some American and Japanese flavor right here.
Incoming.
Daniel Bryan may only be 8 months into his WWE career, but this is a decade-long journey for Bryan that could lead to his first taste of WWE gold here at Night of Champions.
It was March of 2000 when Daniel Bryan made his debut on the independent scene under the wing of Shawn Michaels, and we might see Bryan make his first strides towards HBK-level success if he can defeat Miz tonight.
Daniel Bryan looking to attack from high.
Daniel Bryan always thought he was better than The Miz, but just look at what he's done since dumping Daniel Bryan. He's defending the United States Championship on pay-per-view, formed a tag team with Chris Jericho, and defeated 7 men to win Money in the Bank.
Hey, and that's impressive, but if Daniel Bryan was given those same kind of opportunities, he could be a tag team champion and a Money in the Bank winner.
Byron, you really ticked me off with that comment about The Miz being given opportunities like Money in the Bank. He earned those. The Miz is looking to end this.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
The human body can only absorb so much of that.
Oh, the champion into the cover. Yes, yes, The Miz wins. The Miz wins. Let's take a little look at some of the action from that match. Wow.
Here's your winner, and still the United States Champion,
The entirety of Daniel Bryan's career in WWE, he has had a rival in the form of The Miz, and it's plain to see why, since the polar opposite stars have been forced to interact at so many points.
Michael, those two did not get along when The Miz was assigned to be Daniel Bryan's mentor. Bryan had much better wrestling skills, but The Miz argued that Bryan lacked charisma.
Got the land. Ooh! His clothesline finds the mark.
Work is being put in by Daniel Bryan.
From what we've seen and heard tonight, there must be serious injuries. You gotta believe this one's over.
Nice job by The Miz. Now we have Daniel Bryan on the attack.
Work is being put in by Daniel Bryan.
This looks to be a barn burner, gentlemen. These two guys hate each other.
Corey, come on. The Miz is WWE's fastest rising star, and Daniel Bryan, he's a nerdy vegan. Bryan's got no chance here tonight.
Now we have Daniel Bryan on the attack.
Avoids trouble there.
Oh, and he connects.
There's no reason to lose your footing on a move like that. Come on, toughen up.
Michael may have ragged on Daniel Bryan's diet, but that quote-unquote nerdy vegan is WWE's most effective submission expert.
And Miz is as crafty as the day is long. That makes for a pretty interesting confrontation. Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
And Daniel Bryan kicks out.
Gonna take a whole lot more. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
The shoulder's taking a beating here.
Even though Daniel Bryan did not have the best track record as an NXT rookie, I think a win tonight would make Daniel Bryan worthy of being a WWE NXT Pro. Don't you think?
If Daniel Bryan ever becomes an NXT Pro, then there's a 1% chance I'll continue doing that show. What kind of weirdo would ever take advice from Daniel Bryan? That would be like a young announcer learning from you, Byron.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Daniel Bryan kicks out easily.
And the match continues.
Great offense by The Miz.
Daniel Bryan took the Miz's spot at SummerSlam last month, and if he keeps this up, he'll take the U.S. title too.
Byron, The Miz is the future of the WWE. He has to win tonight. Why would anyone, please tell me, why would anyone root for Daniel Bryan? He's an indie internet nerd. He doesn't eat meat, he doesn't own a TV, and he has absolutely no personality, and he is a dog named Asparagus. He's got the shoulders down. Digging deep for a kick out.
Not yet.
Great effort, but he'd better save something for later in the match.
Wow, that was some reversal by Daniel Bryan.
The Miz is doing all he can to damage Daniel Bryan, to negate that dangerous label lock.
I don't want to negate more than that. Bryan has submissions we haven't seen for years in WWE. I believe Daniel Bryan has a strong chance of winning tonight. The guy was trained by Shawn Michaels, who must have taught Bryan a thing or two about high-pressure matches.
What has happened to you, Corey? You've turned into another Saxton. Yeah, and Daniel Bryan was also trained by The Miz. Quite frankly, Bryan should have listened to The Miz more, and maybe he would have won NXT. You know what? I take back what I said about Daniel Bryan potentially winning NXT. Bryan never could have won NXT. He started with a 10-match losing streak. He probably only quit because he would have been eliminated soon. Anyway,
Michael, all it takes is one win to change your fortune. And Daniel Bryan looks likely to get that win tonight.
Watch it, Miz. He's inflicting some serious pain here.
We may be looking at our winner here, guys.
Well, what happens if The Miz comes up short here tonight again?
The Miz is looking to end this.
Skull-crushing finale. Warm up the bus. This one is over.
Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. Yes, yes, The Miz wins. The Miz wins. These superstars put on quite a show. Here's another look.
Here is your winner, and still the United States Champion, The Miz.
The entirety of Daniel Bryan's career in WWE, he has had a rival in the form of The Miz, and it's plain to see why, since the polar opposite stars have been forced to interact at so many points.
Michael, those two did not get along when The Miz was assigned to be Daniel Bryan's mentor. Bryan had much better wrestling skills, but The Miz argued that Bryan lacked charisma.
Daniel Bryan really got The Miz's bad side when he took the A-lister SummerSlam spot, and then The Miz's United States title 1 month later.
Well, the rivalry exploded a half-decade later when The Miz ranted against SmackDown Live General Manager Daniel Bryan on Talking Smack. After Bryan returned to competition, he pulled strings to get The Miz back on SmackDown, so this rivalry is back in a big way.
Oh, and he hits the axe handle. I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. And he connects with a missile drop kick. The Miz with the offense. Daniel Bryan with a great offensive show. Between his championship, his briefcase, and his media obligations, Miz is slipping just a little here. He'll bounce back.
This looks to be a barn burner, gentlemen. These two guys hate each other.
Corey, come on. The Miz is WWE's fastest rising star, and Daniel Bryan is a nerdy vegan. Bryan's got no chance here tonight.
Nice job by The Miz.
What's he got in mind? One move after the other. It's devastating.
Michael may have ragged on Daniel Bryan's diet, but that quote-unquote nerdy vegan is WWE's most effective submission expert.
And Miz is as crafty as the day is long. That makes for a pretty interesting confrontation.
And the elbow drop hits.
Daniel Bryan may only be 8 months into his WWE career, but this is a decade-long journey for Bryan that could lead to his first taste of WWE gold here at Night of Champions.
It was March of 2000 when Daniel Bryan made his debut on the independent scene under the wing of Shawn Michaels, and we might see Bryan make his first strides towards HBK-level success if he can defeat The Miz tonight.
Oh, man, right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
The Miz is doing all he can to damage Daniel Bryan to negate that danger. Ooh, there's the breaker.
Can he finish the job?
Look at this. Daniel Bryan kicks out easily.
Well, unfortunately, yes movements don't die that easily.
Even though Daniel Bryan did not have the best track record as an NXT rookie,
The Miz is looking to end this.
skull-crushing finale! But he's got to capitalize now.
And The Miz, the quick cover. Gets the shoulder up.
He is not going to go down without a fight, Michael.
The Miz's continued frustrations with Daniel Bryan have manifested in a methodical beating from Mr. Money in the Bank.
Well, if The Miz ends this soon, he might be healthy enough to cash in on the winner of the six-pack elimination WWE Championship match later on tonight. I don't know why anyone's surprised that The Miz and Daniel Bryan's relationship has come to this. The Miz can never keep an ally on his side.
Ain't that the truth?
The shoulders are down.
Yes! Yes! The Miz wins! The Miz wins!
That match might go down as one of the best matches in WWE history.
Here is your winner, and still the United States Champion,
Bryan have been polar opposites throughout their careers, making for a fierce rivalry. But the weird part is that the indie darling Daniel Bryan began in WWE as a protege of reality star The Miz on NXT.
Miz and Daniel Bryan were teammates in name only. You know, some NXT pairings, like myself and Dolph Ziggler, had excellent pro-rookie relationships. Miz and Bryan, however, hated each other from the very start.
This kind of offense he's known for.
I can't believe that Daniel Bryan even has a championship match here tonight. He basically quit NXT, becoming the first person eliminated. He is nothing more than a loser, like you, Saxton.
I agree with the end there, Cole, but the elimination may have been a blessing in disguise. While the rest of the NXT performers formed a nexus, Daniel Bryan stood against their injustices in the main event of SummerSlam.
And a pin attempt. We discussed Daniel Bryan's last place finish on NXT back when he was on that show. Boy, am I glad he didn't win. Can you imagine this nerd in the main event WWE Championship match tonight the NXT winner earned?
I can easily imagine it. Despite your thoughts, I believe that Daniel Bryan has many more main events in his future.
Every title's on the line here tonight at Night of Champions. The Miz is no stranger to championships. At one point, he held the U.S. title and the Tag Team Championship simultaneously. And that briefcase is a near-guaranteed WWE Championship win.
Okay, Michael, I know where you're going to go with this. I know what you're trying to lead to. Yes, Daniel Bryan hasn't won a title here yet, but he's only been on the roster for 8 months. Give him time.
Two of you discussed Miz's longer title reign resume than Daniel Bryan, but I have to point out that Daniel Bryan just did something Miz hasn't done yet. He main evented SummerSlam.
I mean, come on, Daniel Bryan stole that spot at SummerSlam after John Cena begged The Miz to join his team. Look at this, Miz.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
He's just so dominant.
I think this is the beginning of the end, Michael. Daniel Bryan really needs to dig down deep and fast.
Why would anyone, please tell me, why would anyone root for Daniel Bryan? He's an indie internet nerd. He doesn't eat meat, he doesn't own a TV, and he has absolutely no personality, and he is a dog named Asparagus.
Oh my gosh,
Shoulders on the mat. Daniel Bryan kicks out easily.
Way too early.
Oh, goodness.
Jam your leg in a bad way.
The Miz's continued frustrations with Daniel Bryan have manifested in a methodical beating from Mr. Money in the Bank.
Well, if The Miz ends this soon, he might be healthy enough to cash in on the winner of the six-pack elimination WWE Championship match later on tonight.
Daniel Bryan always thought he was better than The Miz, but just look at what he's done since dumping Daniel Bryan. He's defending the United States Championship on pay-per-view, formed a tag team with Chris Jericho, and defeated 7 men to win Money in the Bank.
Hey, and that's impressive, but if Daniel Bryan was given those same kind of opportunities, he could be a tag team champion and a Money in the Bank winner.
Byron, you really ticked me off with that comment about The Miz being given opportunities like Money in the Bank. He earned those, and it's internet darlings like Daniel Bryan who everyone expects to get the red carpet treatment.
Oh, internet favorite or not, Daniel Bryan doesn't seem like the type to ask for chances. He's going to take them, and if not, then he'll demand them while trapping you in the label lock. I believe Daniel Bryan has a strong chance of winning tonight. And the guy was trained by Shawn Michaels, who must have taught Bryan a thing or two about high-pressure matches.
What has happened to you, Corey? You've turned into another Saxton. Yeah, and Daniel Bryan was also trained by The Miz. Quite frankly, he could pin his opponent right here. And the champ kicks out.
Not yet.
You know what? I take back what I said about Daniel Bryan potentially winning NXT. Bryan could have won NXT. He started with a 10-match losing streak. He probably only quit because he would have been eliminated soon anyway.
Michael, all it takes is one win to change your fortune. And Daniel Bryan looks likely to get that win tonight.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
The Miz with the offense. Great offense by The Miz. Watch it.
The Miz, that's got to be it.
Daniel Bryan getting absolutely punished right now.
Daniel Bryan really...
We're witnessing a level of punishment that can only be described as severe.
Just when you thought we were going to crown him,
He goes for the cover.